Hi again. Welcome back. New viewers, old viewers, and really any viewers. We're going to be doing Tony Stank burgers, Tony Stark burgers. Iron After a long, hard day of saving the world and the universe, you know, Iron Man probably is going to feel like a really good burger. Before we make the actual burger, we got to go through the whole process of making some brioche buns because you want to know what? Might as well do everything that we can do to make it really good. So we're gonna actually be making a whole bunch of stuff today, right? Other than brioche buns. Right. To get things started off, we have to warm up a cup and a half, cup and a quarter of milk, and a cup of water, 2 tablespoons of sugar, and a packet of yeast to start with. Warming up our mixture of milk, water, sugar, and 1 little packet of that mixture's got to hit anywhere between about 105 and 115 degrees Fahrenheit, and then we got to let it rest for about 5 minutes so everything gets activated with the yeast and the sugar. In here, we have a cup and a quarter of white all-purpose flour, a cup of white whole wheat flour, a teaspoon and a half of salt, and we're going to put in a cup and a quarter of white all-purpose flour, and that's the room mate coming in. Damn. All right, so that hit 112.3. Right. So now that reached that temperature, we're going to let it foam up for about 5 minutes. We're going to mix our wet and no, damn. All right. In the recipe, it says to use a stand mixer, but you want to know what? I don't want to. I don't feel like breaking it out, and don't really feel like stand mixer is kind of like clunky and whatnot, although it is red and would match I guess the Iron Man theme, because you need red. 2 tablespoons of room temperature butter cut up into. I was way off about those measurements. It's 2 cups of all-purpose flour and a cup and a quarter of the white whole wheat flour. All right, so we got our butter cut up. Now I'm going to put it into about 5 minutes. So let's check to see how the milk mixture is foaming. Looks like it's foaming up a bit. Yeah. All right. Let's add that to our flour mixture and get mixing. But first, we're gonna mix the butter up a bit. Okay. Little butter pieces, and we're gonna kind of just squish them up a bit. And also, once again, friendly reminder: don't wear black pants with flour. Okay. So we're gonna add the wet to the dry. So if there's one thing that I've found out is that through this process is that a lot of these superheroes don't really eat necessarily healthy. For about 10 minutes of kneading, this is what we got. Probably need just a little bit more flour. It's still a little bit too sticky. 10-15 minutes of working the dough. It should be a little bit sticky. And then we're going to divide it into about 8 balls and roll those out. We're going to divide this into about 8 pieces. So we got this on our surface, and we're going to work it a little bit before dividing it into 8 balls. We're going to knead it a little bit. We have our buns in sort of a bun shape, and cover those up with a clean towel for about 15 minutes, maybe even half an hour if we have time. And then we're going to get started on all our accoutrements for the burgers. Accoutrements, toppings. Just say toppings. And what's a burger without pickles? So, no, that's a zucchini. Take 2. What is a burger without pickles? Not a burger. For a quick pickle, it's going to be equal parts water and vinegar, salt, pepper, garlic, and let's see if we have some dill, and a jar. I'm going to do about a cup of water and a cup of vinegar. Don't spill, don't spill, don't spill, don't spill. Okay. Where's my salt? As our vinegar is boiling, we're going to cut up the... Once it's boiled, we pour it all in. Let's clean up a little bit. Next up, bacon. Fuck. There we have our unsolicited bacon cooking. Better view of the bacon. Cutting some onions. These relatively thick because we're going to cook them. Also, when everything's going on, we also have to make burger sauce. So let's put the onions to the side for now. Okay, so where was I? Oh, damn, bacon. Why are you so loud? All right. So, classic burger sauce is mayonnaise, ketchup, relish, vinegar, sugar, salt, pepper. No salt. Sorry about that. Burger sauce. Let's check on the buns, see how they've risen, put them in the oven, get started on other stuff. We're going to drain off the bacon fat as well and cook our onions and then use the bacon fat for the buns. Look good. Now we're going to just do our egg wash. So, egg, milk. Our oven is preheated at 400 degrees. We're going to put them in for about 13 to 15 minutes, but we'll check on them maybe around 10 and see how it goes. Okay? All right. And now we start our onions. So we're going to cut up some tomatoes and we'll take the... Why am I wheezing? Just some onions doing their thing. For the hamburger, for the ground beef, I'm going to do something very simple. It's just going to be ground beef and just a little bit of the Old Bay spice. Maybe about a teaspoon. 16 balls, and we have 8 buns. So basically 2 patty shack, and I made them about meatball size. See? I may have misjudged of how much they were going to expand. Oh well. Bread is bread. 2 patties, 2 slices of cheese, and we're going to get our station ready to assemble. And wait for the buns to cool down. We'll toast them lightly. Fresh out of the oven. All right, so we're going to get our meat. Now we're going to put some sauce. Onion. Bacon. All right, let's dig in. I only ate half of that. I think maybe the bun might be a little bit too big. Tony Stark's smash burger, and yeah, it really kind of smashed the spot, hit the spot. Remember to like, share, comment, subscribe. Yeah, and so that's all I got, and we'll see you next time. All right, thank you.